How fundable is your business? Discover 25 ways to get business credit and loans when banks say no. SBA offers many types of loans that can help you grow your business. SBA 504 loans are for real estate transactions. SBA 7A loans are for working capital. CAP lines are lines of credit for working capital. The SBA Express loan is a faster and easier SBA loan to secure. SBA 7 loans are perfect loans for businesses looking to expand or for the purchase of a new business. They're for established businesses with good revenues and profit. Get loans from $200,000 up to $12 million. Rates usually are based on the prime rate plus 2 to 2.75%, 10 to 25-year loan terms. Some loans can be assumed by future buyers. SBA CAP lines are lines of credit you can use to grow your business. From SBA, CAP lines is the umbrella program under which SBA helps business owners meet short-term and cyclical working capital needs. Loan amounts are available up to $5 million. Loan qualification requirements are the same as with or other SBA programs. There are many types of SBA CAP lines. A seasonal line advances against anticipated inventory and accounts receivables. Designed to help seasonal businesses. Loan or revolving are available. A contract line finances the direct labor and material cost associated with performing assignable contracts. Loan or revolving are available. A builder's line designed for general contractors or builders constructing or renovating commercial or residential buildings. Used to finance direct labor and material costs, where the building project serves as the collateral. Loan or revolving are available. A standard asset-based line for businesses unable to meet credit standards associated with long-term credit, financing for cyclical growth, recurring and/or short-term needs. Repayment comes from converting short-term assets into cash. Businesses continually draw from the LOC based on existing assets and repay as their cash cycle dictates. This line generally is used by businesses that provide credit to other businesses. A small asset-based line. Asset-based revolving line of credit of up to $200,000. This line operates like a standard asset-based line except that some of the stricter servicing requirements are waived, providing the business can consistently show repayment ability from cash flow for the full amount. The SBA Express program offers access to a credit line for well-qualified borrowers. You can get approved for up to $350,000. Interest rates vary, with SBA allowing banks to charge as much as 6.5% over their base rate. Loans over $25,000 will require collateral. SBA 504 loans help you purchase real estate. Loan amounts range from $500,000 to $12 million. You can get loans for real estate purchase and expansion. You can get real estate loans for new construction. You can even use these loans to refinance or to purchase major equipment. SBA has many loan requirements you must meet for approval. For one, you must be a for-profit company. You'll also need collateral for 50% of the loan amount: cash, stocks, bonds, business assets, equity, and real estate. You should be able to show positive trends in sales growth. You can't have any bankruptcies in the past 4 years. You must have 2 years' time in business. You'll also need experience in industry, and you should have a well-thought-out business plan. The owner's personal income covers personal debt. Personal guarantees are required for all owners who own more than 20%. You'll need a 620 minimum FICO score. Your cash flow should be 1.2 of your debt. And your business credit, personal credit, and bank credit must be strong. There are many alternative business financing options available for you that are much easier to qualify for than SBA loans. Let's take a look at some of those options. You can get approved for unsecured business financing even as a startup. Approval amounts range from $10,000 to $150,000. Approval amounts are equal to 5 to 8 times the current limits. This is typically 5+ times more than you'll get on your own working with a bank. You can get 5 to 8 business credit cards, which creates competition between card issuers and helps you get your limits increased faster. You'll receive 0% intro rates for 6 to 18 months, then normal rates of 5 to 25% after that. Get approved with no collateral requirements. Get approved with no cash flow requirements. Startups are okay. Guarantors are welcome. Your guarantor can be family, friends, colleagues, or business partners. Some funding sources will even take care of corporate paperwork with you. This is one of the easiest and fastest ways to get financing, especially for a new business. Applicants can get a pre-approval same day. Approval will have a range of potential funding. Funding range will give 2 options, standard and business cards, or just business cards. Business cards report to the business credit reporting agencies, helping build business credit. With unsecured business financing, cash out is available. Cards can be liquidated for 90 to 100% of funding amount. You do not have to liquidate all your cards. You can choose how much to liquidate. The 0% still applies to liquidated amount. This is the only program that exists that gives you both 0% rates as well as cash out capability. To get approved, you'll need good personal credit, 680 plus range. Your utilization on existing revolving accounts should be under 40%. You can get a rapid resource within 48 hours to update your credit report and reflect lower balances if you choose to pay down your existing cards to lower your utilization. You should have less than 5 to 8 inquiries on your report in the last 6 months. To get approved, you shouldn't have any bankruptcies on your credit report in the last 3 years. You can get 0% for 6 to 18 months. The finance source typically charges a success-based funding fee of 8 to 12%, and there are no upfront fees. You're sent an invoice a little before or once you received your cards, so you only pay on the funding you receive once you receive it. Many customers pay their fee on the cards they get. Others choose to use the card that's the hardest to liquidate to pay all the fees. Another great funding option is to get a credit line based on your current invoices. Loan amounts range from $1,000 to $100,000. Approvals go up to $30,000 with a simple online automated approval. For automated approval, no paperwork is needed, no credit pull is required. Finance Source just syncs with applicants' accounting software. With supporting documentation, approvals range up to $100,000. Supporting documents may include 2 years of tax returns. Funding can take place in 24 to 72 hours. Once you get your line, you can use as little or as much as you'd like to use. You won't pay payments until you use your line and only pay on what you use. When you start to pay, your payments will range from 12 to 24 weeks for payback. There is no UCC filing and no collection of invoices by funding source. Funding fees range from 0.05% to 0.07% of the original invoice value per week. For example, if they take a $1,000 advance with the 12-week term, they would pay $5 weekly in fees. There is no origination fee. The customer receives 100% of your invoice value. To get approved, applicants will need 6 months of invoice history. You'll need to have annual revenue of $100,000 or more. $500,000 in revenue increases the chances of approval. You need to be in business 9 months or longer. Your bank statements or accounting software is what's used to make the approval decision. Your accounting software or bank statements should show you are making some profits. There are no business or consumer credit reports pulled. There are no inquiries on your business or consumer reports, and credit quality doesn't matter. You won't need any collateral to qualify. With account receivable financing, your receivables are used as collateral. Loan amounts range from $5,000 to $20 million. Up to 80% of receivables can be advanced within 24 hours. You'll only pay a 1.25 to 3% discount, and a 4% initial setup fee is common. There are no credit score requirements to qualify. Your receivables must come from another business or government agency, not an individual. Business must be open for at least 1 year to qualify. Medical receivables can qualify along with construction and conventional receivables. For medical receivables, you'll need to have at least $600,000 in outstanding receivables annually. Revenue lending is one of the fastest and easiest ways to get business financing. This is fast money. It can be secured in 3 to 7 days. This is easy money. There are no credit score or collateral requirements. All that's needed for approval is a 6-month bank merchant statement review, looking for consistent deposits and stability. Loan amounts are equal to up to 12% of annual revenue. Daily paybacks are common, where the bank will deduct part of their payment daily. Sometimes weekly or monthly paybacks are also available for lower-risk borrowers. These are short-term loans of 6 to 18 months. They can go up to 36 months. Loan amounts go up to $500,000. Over 70% of customers who get funding do come back to get more money because it's so easy to do so. Rates range from 10 to 45%. Risk factors that affect rates include time in business, industry, credit quality, bank account management, ending balances. All fees and interest are 100% tax deductible. To get approved, you can't be currently in trouble such as bankruptcy or very recent liens. You must have $120,000 or more in annual revenue, or $10,000 monthly. With compensating factors, banks can go down to $5,000 monthly. You should be in business for at least 12 months. With compensating factors, banks can go down to 6 months. You'll need more than 6 deposits monthly. You should have less than 10 non-sufficient funds on your bank statement each month. You should have a positive bank balance at the end of each month. Revenue financing also offers a credit line option with some funding sources. Line of credit amounts are usually around $20,000. Sometimes lenders will want to see tax returns for approval. Rates vary based on risk for this program, and there aren't a lot of funding sources who offer both the credit line and loan. Another newer loan program is the 90-10 loan. Loan amounts start at $500,000. You can get interest-only terms for the first 10 years. You can get amortization up to 30 years. Interest rates range from 5 to 10%. There are no upfront application fees or due diligence fees to get letter of intent, which is also referred to as LOI from the funding source. Startups are welcome with this program. Once you get an LOI, you'll put 10% down into an insured escrow account. Lender pays the insurance bond to protect escrow account. From the LOI being issued, funding takes 50 days or less. This is not a credit score-based program, but your credit needs to be positive with little to no derogatory items reporting. Loan rates, not the approval, will be based on consumer credit quality. The better the scores, the better the loan terms. To get approved, you'll also need a strong executive summary. 2 years tax returns are also required. If you are a startup, you'll need 2 years of personal tax returns instead of business returns. Once your loan file is submitted, an LOI is typically issued within 24 to 72 hours. If you want a loan under $500,000, they are also available with this program. You can get approved for $50,000 to $375,000. With this program, you'll need a 12% down payment, not 10%. The approval criteria is the same as the other program, with the only real difference being the down payment. With securities financing, you can get financing regardless of personal credit if you have some type of stocks or bonds. You can also get approved if you have someone wanting to use their stocks or bonds as collateral for your financing, such as a potential partner. With this funding, personal credit quality doesn't matter, as there are no consumer credit requirements for approval. You can get approved for as much as 90% of the value of your stocks or bonds. Rates are often less than 2%, making this one of the lowest rate credit lines you'll ever see. You can still earn interest as you normally do on your stocks and bonds. With alternative SBA financing, funds come from private investors or alternative lenders. No collateral is required for approval. Loans range from $50,000 to $500,000. $500,000 plus loans are available with longer closing times. Nonprofits can qualify. 2 to 4 year terms are typical, with rates of 8 to 25% depending on risk. Lenders are looking mostly at high gross profit margins. 2 years of tax returns are reviewed and they need to show profits. 700 FICO scores are preferred. More funding options are becoming available without tax returns as well. With purchase order financing, you can be approved for $5,000 or higher. Up to 95% of purchase orders can be advanced. 5% less the lender fee is released once actual invoice is paid. You'll get a 1 to 4% rate. There are no credit score requirements to qualify. A letter of credit is issued initially. Purchase orders cannot be for unfinished goods. With Book of Business financing, commissions from the Book of Business serve as collateral. This program is for insurance agents only. You can get a 3 to 10 year loan. Rates are 4 to 9% above the prime rate. You'll need a 520 FICO or higher to get approved. You can borrow as much as 120% of the Book of Business surrender value. State Farm agents can't qualify because they don't own their Book of Business. You can qualify for equipment financing for existing equipment or new equipment your business wants to purchase. Financing and leasing is available. Loan amounts range from $10,000 to $2 million. Loan terms range from 12 to 48 months. Interest rates range from 5% to 55%. You'll need a 580 FICO score or higher for approval. 650 is preferred for financing and required for leasing. 1 year time in business required for leasing. You can borrow up to 50% of equipment value. Startups can also get financing for initial equipment. With inventory financing, you're using your existing inventory to qualify for a line of credit. Loan amounts range from $250,000 to $500,000. You'll be issued a revolving line of credit. You can get 2 to 5% interest rates. You'll need a FICO of 520 or higher. You must have $500,000 or more in inventory to qualify. Loan amounts are as high as 50% of the inventory value. A good inventory management system is required for approval. You can get approved for between $75,000 and $20 million loan amounts to purchase or refinance commercial real estate. Loan-to-values range from 55 to 65%. You'll need 2 years financials, tax returns, a P&L statement, and debt schedule for approval. Business must have cash flow to make payments to get approved. You'll need a 650 FICO or higher to get approved. You'll need to personally guarantee the loan. 4 to 5% interest rates are available. $500,000 to $20 million loan amounts are available. With 401k financing, you can get approved for up to 100% of what is in your 401k. This is a 5-year loan. You can typically get approved with rates of 5% or less. There are no consumer credit requirements for approval. Lenders will charge a $1,995 fee that's rolled into the loan. There are no penalties for rollover. Business credit is a great way to get money because it's a catch-all. There are no collateral, cash flow, or credit requirements for approval. You can get approved immediately for vendor credit. You can get high-limit revolving vendor, store, fleet, and cash credit cards. There's no personal credit check or guarantee required for approval. There are no financials or bank statements needed to get approved. Business credit also works for startups. This credit reports only to business credit reporting agencies, so your utilization doesn't affect your consumer credit scores. You can even max out these credit cards with no impact to your consumer score. There are also no personal credit inquiries. Your business credit quality determines, if you'll qualify for business loans, the amount of the loan you may get, the terms of approval including rates. So not only can business credit help you get money when you can't get a loan, it's also important to help you get the most amount of money and the best terms on loans you do get. We can help you get approved for all these financing options and more. Contact us today to get money for your business.